I have wandered on the sea all my life. Time and the ocean are the prison I can never escape from. I am an albatross, a lonely traveler on the sea. To fly thousands of kilometers, I let half of my brain fall into deep sleep while the other half controls my 3-meter wings. Relying on the air currents over the sea, I can fly against the wind for several years without landing. Loneliness has long since become a habit. I was born on this forgotten islet, surrounded only by the boundless sea. Standing beside me was my mother, who was eagerly scanning the blue ocean, searching for the figure of my father. He had been away from home for 3 weeks. On the day he left, he pressed his beak tightly against me, then flew away without looking back, leaving me staring at his receding figure. But the storm arrived earlier than expected. Waves crashed against the rocky cliffs, and hurricanes howled, carrying rain with them. My body was tossed about violently. At that moment, fear welled up in my heart, and I called out in a trembling voice. Several hours later, the storm finally subsided, but no more chirps of young birds could be heard above the nests. Those brave ones who chose to fight against the hurricane had turned into silent feathers in the end. My mother touched that cold body gently with her beak, only to be met with a silent response. I was lucky. I had thought I would be swallowed up by the hurricane, but instead, I was blown to the back of the nest, my thin gray feathers covered in mud. My mother rushed back to the nest immediately. When she saw that I was safe and sound, she finally relaxed the tense strain in her heart. I was still wondering if he would bring back food. I struggled to climb back to the nest, but just one step away from it, my wings suddenly lost all strength. My body plummeted as if losing its weight. Only then did I realize that I had not eaten for weeks. The weakness brought on by hunger turned the nest, which I could usually jump up to easily, into an insurmountable chasm at that moment. What was even more fatal was that my feathers, soaked through by rain and mud, were quickly draining my last bit of body heat. I had to grit my teeth and climb upward again. I have flown alone over the sea for 8 years, yet the world remains vast and boundless, and I am just a fleeting shadow on the sea surface. Now I have to follow the promise, just like my parents did, and return to that isolated island. Our reunion after 8 years found us still as shy as we were young. This is my mate. She is not a rose raised in a greenhouse. She is a wildflower blossoming on a desolate island. I tried to mimic the way I looked when I was young, awkwardly spreading my wings to invite her to dance with me. I had thought that after all these years apart, we would have grown distant from each other, but she joined me in the dance anyway. At that moment, it felt like we were back to the time when we first fell in love. We leaned our heads against each other for a long time, sharing the stories of the past 8 years. All the unspoken longing was hidden in these trivial tales, slowly filling up the time of our reunion. 3 months later, our chick was born. We took turns to keep it warm with our body temperature. Every time I returned from foraging at sea, exhausted and covered with the saltiness of the ocean, she would always help me smooth out the feathers that had been ruffled by the sea breeze. But gatherings are always short-lived. Now the desolate island has long run out of food. For her and our chick, I have to set sail again. Yet the ocean is no longer a safe place now. Plastic waste floating everywhere. Fishing nets and ropes from fishing boats, these are all death traps set by humans. Humans say we are the most loyal creatures, Even if our partners die, we will never look for new ones. But if danger and death are to come, I hope that I will be the one to bear them. Now the sea breeze is blowing again, and it is time for me to leave. I glanced back at her and our cheek one last time. Our lives are long. Even though we can live up to 60 years old, the number of our meetings is fewer than 6 times, and the time we spend together is less than 1 year. Isn't life just like an albatross's long journey? We are all wandering in the wind, trapped by time and fate. Some are confined by the trivialities of daily life, while others drift across the 4 seas and 8 wildernesses. Life is fleeting. Precisely because of this, we learn to embrace loneliness and to love. This is the most important journey in our lives.